Well, today, everybody, in this video, we're going to be checking out one of these Squiers that's built for metal players, dude. Let's get into it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. Stay metal right here. I'm so stoked to knock out this video because I love Fender, I love metal guitars, and yeah, dude, that's like a no-brainer, right? So I picked this up used on Reverb.com for an astounding 290 buckaroos. And these guitars have been out for quite some time. They're not the the most fresh thing on the market, I guess we'll say, but they're relatively new. And I certainly just wanted to get one on the channel and get my hands on one, see what it's all about, and see if Squier's doing anything cool as of late, So what's cool about these contemporary Squier Strats is the fact that they're modeling and kind of had the same look of sorts of the heavily modified Strats of the early to mid 80s. A lot of players during that time were taking 70s Strats, hence the big giant jumbo 70s headstock. They're taking these guitars, modding them, and basically ripping off Eddie Van Halen, right? That's kind of how it all came to be. But it's cool how, like, I don't know, I think it's cool how it's like a period correct headstock. I think that's really, really nice, a nice added touch. And then we got a 5-way selector here, master volume, master tone. We have a Floyd Rose licensed Floyd Rose, so it's, I'm assuming made by Fender, but Floyd Rose gave him the okay, right? We got some Squier Atomic humbuckers. We have a roasted maple neck, which is really, really beautiful. It's my favorite thing about this guitar. The profile is huge, man. Most super shredders that I've ever come across have a really fast, thin neck profile. This thing is really chunky, and I was kind of surprised by that, but I kind of like it because I like, Les Pauls and stuff like that, so that was not a downer for me at all. 22 jumbo frets, and then this guitar is in shell pink. Now, honestly, like how it's being picked up on my viewfinder right now is how it looks in person for me, in the sense that like the promo pictures, these guitars are really, really pink, but if you're not like paying attention, it almost looks like a blonde or like an off-white or even like a gold in certain lighting. So, if pink isn't your favorite color, this looks great, but if it is your favorite color, just keep that in mind that it's not as pink in person. I'm kind of bummed that it's not as pink in person. I kind of wish it was a little bit more pink, but regardless, it's an awesome paint job. You can't tell if it's pink, gold, or white. It's pretty rad. So I'm going to do my usual thing, man. I'm going to jam, okay? And so for this video, I'm going to do my usual thing, man. I'm going to jam, hang out, have some fun, and just, create some cool riffs, okay? So first, a quick little demo song. This guitar is tuned down to drop C sharp, my favorite tuning as of the past year or so. I love that tuning so much. And then after the demo song, we'll come back and we'll jam and do some casual playthrough, some chugs, some leads, all the above, okay? And last thing I'll say before we get into the actual tones of this guitar, for this video, I'm going to be using a plugin, all right? Because I think people who are buying these guitars, generally speaking, have a budget in mind, okay? So I'm going to be using Tonality Andy James from STL Tones, an oldie but a goodie. And the reason being is because, I don't know, I think almost any guitar can sound great through like a $5,000 rig, right? So I'm going to use a plugin, something that's really budget friendly, really affordable, and use it with this guitar, okay? With that being said, let's jam. So everybody, as you can hear in the demo song, it sounds really good. It sounds like me, you know what I mean? It sounds like the old SMR tone. And I think that's kind of cool. It's like, no matter if you have an expensive rig or a cheap rig, cheap guitar, expensive guitar, etc., my voice, at least for me, always kind of comes out the same way every single time. And I think that's cool. So there's something to be said about budget-friendly stuff. You don't need to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on gear. That's fun too, obviously, but you know, you don't always have to do it to get your message across as a creator, as an artist. There's one thing that I really don't like about this guitar, and that is the tuning stability. I think it's because of the Floyd Rose isn't the most high caliber, you know, Floyd Rose system out there, and it's to be expected. You know, I can't really fault this guitar because this is a budget-friendly guitar. But the tuning isn't the best on this guitar, and I've said it a million times on this channel. Floating bridges aren't really my favorite thing in the world. They're fun when they work, but there's a lot of maintenance and upkeep with them. But I was fighting this guitar a little bit. One mixed aspect is the pickups. Now these atomic pickups, they're not bad. I don't know, it's just, they're okay, you know what I mean? That's the best way I can describe it. Okay, not my favorite. Isn't a deal breaker by any means. It certainly screams and does the, you know, the chugs just fine. But with a simple upgrade of at least a bridge pickup and or a neck pickup, I think this guitar will come to life that much more sonically. And then if you really want to get crazy, put in a new bridge, and I think this guitar will just like absolutely go to the next level, you know? But tuning issues aside, and pickups aside, my favorite thing about this guitar is the feel and playability. Feels like a super Strat, not super heavy, right? That's great. But it also plays really, really great, man. You know, these guitars are in kind of the lower to mid-tier range in terms of price point, and price isn't always a direct reflection of the quality, but I will just say this, man, it plays like, I don't know, like the $800, $900, $1,000 guitar range, you know what I mean? Like, or $800, $900, $1,000 guitar range, you know what I meant? Where like it doesn't really play like a cheap guitar. It plays really, really great, man. And after some TLC and some setup and all that stuff, I got the action down really, really low. And it shreds, man. It plays pretty good. So everybody, to kind of land the ship and end this video, is this guitar my favorite guitar of all time? No. Is it fun to play? Yeah. Does it look cool? Yeah. Would a couple simple modifications help this guitar out? Absolutely. And yeah, dude, so, you know, I'm trying to not be like super hard on this guitar and all that stuff, because I know, you know, exactly what this guitar is. This isn't a custom shop, you know, perfectly set up, fine-tuned guitar. This is a used guitar I found on Reverb. And it's budget friendly, but regardless, it's super rad, and I think you get a lot of guitar for not a lot of money. So everybody, what'd you think of this video? Leave your thoughts down below. What'd you think of this guitar? Leave your thoughts down below. And if you're brand new to my channel, you want to consider subscribing, I'd really appreciate it. Yeah, man, it'd mean a lot. All right, everybody, I'm gonna get out of here. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay metal. I'll see you guys next time. Later.